Hello, welcome back to Spec Gaming and Happy New Year. Obviously I haven't been uploading for a while, so I'd like to start the new year with a bang and get a new series on the go. Basically I'm going to play some indie games and see if we can find some hidden gems. So here's one that I think that I might have found, and it's Mini Metro. I'm sure a lot of you have played this before, but it's a game I have for Christmas. It was on my Steam wishlist and I had quite a lot of fun with it. So basically there's lots of cities based on real world cities where you might have a metro and you're tasked to build in your own metro system through the city. So there's 3 game modes: normal, endless, and I can't remember what the other one's called, but it's basically hard mode. So you can play as any of these 3 game modes, and there's also a daily challenge which picks one of the levels in one of the game modes and basically puts you up against everyone who plays on the daily challenge, see what you can do. So that's what we're going to have a go at today. Okay, so the idea of the game is to connect these shapes up. These shapes are stations with a train line, which is the line, the green line, and transfer the passengers from the station to the station they'd like to go to. So as you can see, the train's just picked up a triangle from the circle station and he's transferring him to the triangle station. So that's the basic idea. So down the bottom you've got all these different colour lines. You start off with 3. You start off with bridges. It's different on each city, depending on basically how much water is in the map and what the level, sort of the challenges of the level are, how many bridges they give you. You can get more, which I'll explain later on. Okay, so it works on a weekly basis, especially in normal mode, which is what we're playing now. So you have the week, and at the end of the week you get upgrades that you can make to your station. You can speed up the time here as well, and it also tells you how many passengers you've transported so far. So we've done 13. I've also got 1 spare train, so if I wanted to I could put it on a line, but I'm not going to do that yet because there's not really much congestion, don't need to do that. The aim of the game then is to not be overcrowded, so you don't want over congestion. So that's how you lose, is if one of your station gets too crowded, overcrowded, and you basically end up losing. So as you can see, I just used my first bridge and it's gone down to 4. So that's something you need to keep an eye on when you're playing the game, to make sure you don't run out of bridges, especially if a station, for example, appeared somewhere. I'll come back to that in a second, but we just reached the end of the week, so which means we get to upgrade our train line. So we get a locomotive every week. Sometimes on different levels you get different locomotives, but you always get some sort of train, and then you can either pick either a line or carriage. There's other things you can pick. Sometimes you get bridges, and other times you can get an interchange. I like to always go for as many lines as I can at the start to make sure I've got that option if I do need to spread out a little bit further. So as I was saying, if a station appeared up here, for example up the top, and I had no bridges left, I'd have to adjust my line somehow to make sure I could get a bridge to go over this bit of water. So you need to make sure you don't use any bridges where you maybe don't need to. Okay, so we've got another line, another station, a triangle station, so I'm going to connect another line for now. We'll see later on about what we might do to sort of fit it in a bit better. So at the moment we've only got triangle, square and circle stations. However, they do have other ones. A lot of the other ones that do come into the game though, you'd only get 1 of each type, which means that there's only that one station at one end of the map, for example, and it gets a bit difficult trying to get passengers to there without overcrowding at points where they might have to change line, and that's something you need to be aware of when designing the metro later on. But that's part of the challenge as well, which is why I like this game at the moment. I think it's quite fun. Okay, so week 2 is finished, and again I got a new locomotive, and I can either choose tunnels or line, so I'm going to go for line again. Still got 3 tunnels left. Don't forget I'm on super speed at the moment, so when it gets a little bit more difficult I'll probably slow it down so we can look at the metro a little bit more in detail to make sure we're not overlooking any issues that might be propping up. Okay, so we've got 2 spare trains currently. I still don't really think I need to put any on yet, so we'll wait until it gets a little bit overcrowded somewhere to make sure I'm putting it in the right place. Now you can on normal mode change things, so if I didn't want the train line to go through a station anymore, I can delete it so it doesn't go there anymore. If you played on hard mode you can't actually do that, so you have to Like if you place a track on hard mode, the track is there, you can't remove it. So there's a lot more thinking involved in hard mode. And it can be quite difficult if it throws up a station somewhere, like for example here, I couldn't drag it up like that to sort of connect if that's what I wanted to do. I'd literally have to have a line coming across here, or maybe even make a new line like that. So that's basically why it's harder. The other game mode, which was Endless, I don't really play that one so much. Okay, so this time we're going to pick, we'll pick we'll pick a carriage this time. So yeah, the other game mode, which is Endless, I don't really play that so much. Basically, it doesn't end, basically. I mean, it gets to the point where the stations aren't growing anymore. So this is overcrowding happening here. So if that circle filled all the way up, we would lose the game. And we are at actual risk of that happening by the look of it. So I didn't want to add the carriage on there. Might add another train to this line to ease the congestion there. The carriage can stay for now. We might move it later. So yeah, in Endless, it is what it is. It's an endless game mode. So this does overcrowding doesn't happen. Obviously you've got all the rest of it's the same, but you get sort of upgrades on efficiency rather than the rest of the week, and obviously the game doesn't finish. Oh, the yellow's going to overcrowd in a minute or two. Put another train on the yellow line. So yeah, the Endless one, it doesn't finish, and it tells you that stations have stopped growing, but obviously you just keep getting busier, and it's just up to you to grow it as big as you want. So I don't really focus on that game mode. I just like the ones where you get scored, see how well you can do, how many passengers you can transport until you end up losing. Well, something I just missed while I was talking away. One of the circle stations on the yellow line actually changed to a star, so this is the sort of unique station I was on about that can prop up, and there's also a pentagon down here on the orange line. So they're the ones now, from the green line or the orange line to get to the star, they'll probably get off of the square, so that might get a bit congested. Same to go to the pentagon on the green and yellow lines, they might get off at the square to go to the pentagon. Okay, so I've got 3 lines available which I haven't even used yet, so I might look at trying to use one now. There's a lot of circle stations over here. Let's try and ease the congestion up a little bit there. Okay, so there's congestion now on the green line. Okay, so you can actually pause the game as well. So if something's not going quite right, you can pause the game and try and edit, see if you can save the situation. So as you can see here, we're just about to lose. I've just built a red line, so I'm just going to edit that, move it there, and if we can try and see, there's the train. So we'll grab the train and I'll make it go to that station next, and hopefully it will get there before the timer ticks down, and yes, it does just about. So I'm starting to struggle a little bit now, but and I've also run out of bridges, which is another issue here, so we'll have to get rid of this blue line. Okay, so the star, I've got one more bridge left. The star line I can only have the blue is going to connect to it. So the blue line can, right, okay, whatever, the blue line, that's it, that's where the blue line is going now. I need to try and extend the yellow line somewhere where congestion might be happening. Try and ease the congestion a little bit. Okay, we'll have a go with that, see if that helps out a little bit. I might put another train on to the blue because quite a lot of stations on there and a unique station, so it could get quite busy. So as you can see, I'm not even on 500 passengers yet, and it's getting a little bit difficult, so we'll try and add a carriage. I'm going to put the carriage on the yellow because it's quite long as well. I'm not sure about this red one, if it's really got any worth at the moment. Okay, I do need to try and invest in some bridges though if I get the option. In hindsight, maybe I shouldn't have gone one of the lines earlier and I should have gone for a bridge, but hindsight's a wonderful thing, as they all say. So most stations have 2 lines running at least to it to try and ease the congestion around here in the middle, other than the blue line, which is struggling. So I might again add another train there. Speed it up a little bit there. Now that is an absolute nightmare. So what I might do here, oh, I don't even know. Okay, I think we'll get rid of the orange bridge here. I'll try to. Pause the game first so we don't end up losing by accident. And take the orange north. And then extend the green line down the bottom. Okay, we'll see how that works out for now. Because I didn't really want to take away the blue line from the square, because that is basically the main station. And these are all circles, so having a triangle and a square connected is going to be quite useful, otherwise they will literally all be dumped wherever it ends. So say I did put the orange connecting as the only connector, they'd all be dumped onto the one the orange connects to, and the orange would be struggling then. Okay, so it seems to be running okay. Going up to nearly 700 passengers soon. And we should be getting an upgrade anytime in a second as well. So another new station appears, and it's a unique station, and finally we get some tunnels. Not that we need them right this instant though. I still do have a line that I haven't used. So we get a bit of over congestion here. So for now I think I'll stick that line just to help out a little bit with the new station. Not the new station, the unique station. Okay, I think that would be a better option there. Rather than overlapping the triangles, we'll have one going to each. Okay, so that's why I needed the bridges. So that's ended up being a good investment there. So just to extend over to this bottom sort of area. You might think, oh, can I just take the line around the bottom here? But that wouldn't work. The game won't let you do that. Okay, so the green line is now starting to struggle. So if I take one of the stations off, I'll try and ease that down a little bit, because I've got quite far to go now. The red line is also on this station, so maybe, oh, is it going to get there on time? I don't think so, so we'll try the purple instead. New locomotive, new carriage. New carriage can go straight on the red. Ah, well, to get there in time. Okay, so it is actually possible to choose the direction you want the trains to go in on the line. So as you grab a train, you sort of, if I can get one, that's quite empty to show you. You grab a train, you sort of just go along in the direction of the line, or back that way to change direction basically. It's a little bit of a pain, but it is possible. So we're getting a bit of over congestion again here, and I've run out of bridges once more. So I really need one line over here. So we get rid of the purple one for now. Okay, so that will do for now. So obviously the interchange will be at square. And then, which one's shorter out of this lot? So red's struggling a bit over here. See, this is a difficult one. I think I'll extend the yellow line to this station for now and see how it goes. We can always change it later. Okay, we haven't got anything to use currently. We're only halfway through the week, so this week might be a challenge to finish. We are over 1,000 passengers though, so that is an advantage, a positive. So let me know if you've played Mini Metro, what your experiences are with the game below. As I'm looking like I'm about to lose once more, see if I can... There's an orange train here, if we can put it there just to sort of help out. Is it going to get there on time though? Just about managed to save the day. Yeah, let me know what your experiences are with the game below. If you enjoyed it, do you think it's a good game? I think it's quite fun. It's only quite cheap on Steam as well. I think it's only about £6-7. I had it in sale. Obviously someone bought it for me for Christmas. It was on my wish list. But yeah, it's a bit of fun. It's a good challenge, and I've put at least probably about 10 hours into the game now. 9-10 hours. For that sort of price and sort of puzzle game it is, I think that's pretty good. And I don't think I'll be stopping there. It's just one of those games you can pick up and have a go at when you haven't got much time, but you fancy having a little game or something, and have a little bit of fun. Okay, so it's running smoothly now. We've got a bit of over congestion in bits, but we can deal with it for now. The blue line having 3 trains. It's a bit over the top, but it is really struggling, and we got over congestion everywhere all of a sudden. Spoke too soon, I think. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to survive this one. Okay, so the yellow line, oh, and there comes another station, because that's exactly what we need right now. Okay. So we need that train going that way, really. The yellow, is that going down now? I don't think so. Where is the other yellow train? So I don't want to grab the carriage, I want the train to go there and ease that congestion a little bit if possible. This is, you could say this is a bit cheating a little bit, but you know, it's there in the game, the option to do that sort of thing, so why not do it? Just saved the day again there. I'm not sure we're going to survive the blue here though, and oh, we need an interchange really. There's something I haven't had in this level to talk to you about, but an interchange is basically you put it on a station and it increases the capacity and speeds up the transfers between the trains. But I'm afraid we might have to concede defeat here. The blue station has given way, and that is game over. So overcrowding at the station has forced your metro to close. 1,325 passengers travelled on your metro over 57 days. So I think I did a pretty decent effort there. Although if that was real life, not really a great metro system, was it? I mean, a lot of money would have been spent on that. To close down after 57 days, I think people will be a little bit annoyed. So anyway, after you finish, you can check your stats if you wanted to. It gives you all sorts of data, like how many daily trips, total trips, the angry passengers, which went up significantly towards the end of my reign of my metro, all the way to like how many stations there were, the population, total capacity used, total capacity compared to used capacity, and things like that, okay? And then obviously, because this was a daily challenge, it's also going to tell me when I go to the menu where I ranked compared to everyone else. So today, obviously, it's quite early days so far. 1,325 passengers ranks me at number 94, so I'm in the top 15%. So the guy at the top's got 2,864, so he well knows how to play the game. I clearly haven't got a clue. Well, anyway, that's all from Mini Metro today, so let me know what you think about the game. Let me know any other games you'd like me to play on this new series about indie games, so putting indie games in the spotlight, and I shall see you soon. So subscribe if you enjoyed the video for more, and leave a like also to support me to keep doing these videos.